this, that that's me. I've been saying this, that we struggle in our half court set because we just don't make enough outside shots. So everybody is playing us to put it on the floor and get to the lane. And, you know, our big guys, you know, offense is a function of everybody that has the ball has a specific idea of like what I want to do with the ball, you know? And right now we're kind of, we haven't been good on offense the entire season yet. Maybe it'll come, but right now, not good. Not good at all. So I got to go home and figure that out.
What did Aaliyah do? You mentioned her working her butt off, but what else really worked for her tonight? Or you've been talking about her mentality.
I mean, that's it. You know, you show up and you have the right mentality and you're going to get things done. So she worked harder than she has in any game this season. And the results show. The results speak for themselves. You work hard, you compete hard. This is what happens. So it's the 5th game, and she did. So she had more offensive rebounds in the first half than she did the first 4 games. So that's a good sign. Say that again? Oh.
When you're talking about how your team played hard defensively, who really stood out to you?
Paige. I mean, she was all over the court. Paige, but she's smart. She knows where the ball's going all the time. She's early there. She's not late. You know, she commits dumb fouls like any other player does. But she's got a bunch of things going for her, you know. She's so smart offensively that when she's on defense, she knows exactly where they're trying to go with the ball. I've always said that the best offensive players can also be the best defensive players if they feel like it. Because once you understand offense, you know what the other team is trying to do. And you're always ready for it. You know? Coach. Like my favorite player, Walt Frazier. You just got to be, you know, if you're that good on offense, you know exactly what the other team's trying to do. You know where it's going. You're in the right place at the right time. And then you got to hustle your ass off. And she does. I mean, she's diving on loose balls and we're up 25. Guys don't dive on loose balls when you're down 5.
Coach, were you aware of Andrea Espinosa-Hunter's her suspension, and how did that change your game plan?
Well, we found out like everybody else found out, you know, when it got out there. Did it change our game plan? Not really. Not really. I mean, we kind of go into playing Seton Hall with the same, you know, same idea, you know, what they're going to do offensively, where they're trying to go with the ball. They got a dynamic point guard, you know, who creates and who's really difficult to guard. So that didn't change. They still, you know, they still were able to do that. You know, so it didn't change that much. It took away one of their shooters. So obviously they went at full strength. That would have been one more player you really have to guard. So it hurt, obviously it hurt Tony's team, you know, not having her. But didn't change our game plan.
What was it like in back at the East game with crowds?
Yeah, that's the first one, right? That's the first one that we've had. And it's ironic that it happens here. This is the scene of a lot of great moments by UConn basketball, you know. We won our first Big East championship here in 1988, 89. We won the Big East championship here in 95, the year we went to the, you know, our first national championship. We got our butts handed to us here one night that kind of helped us win a national championship in 95, the year before. So a lot of really cool things have happened here, and I love playing here. I love coming here. You know, it's full of history. It's full of nostalgia for me, and it was great to see the fans, and they've done a tremendous job with the renovations in the building, you know. So I enjoyed it.
Coach, you said you have to figure it out. What will you have to do to try to figure out is it a rotation system? matching people at the right spots or changing?
It's all those things, it's all those things. Some players don't play well with others. So you got to make sure you got the right matchups out there or the right combinations out there. Some players are very one-dimensional. They can only do one thing. So you got to find that one spot where you can put them on the floor. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to players being able to play a lot of different positions, So yeah, it's a lot to figure out. It's a lot to figure out, and we've got a long season to figure it out. Right now, our transition game is better than our half court game, and that'll help you win a lot of games, but that won't help you win the biggest games, for sure. For sure.
The 3-point shooting. I know Easy's out and that doesn't help, and Caroline's still getting her footing, but you have confidence in get better, especially Paige is going to do shooting great from beyond the arc.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, I guess. We're not, maybe it's taking some adjustment to get used to the line being a little bit further back this year than it was, last year. It seems like, there's probably more misses going early in the season. Maybe people are just trying to figure out how to get used to it, having enough time in the gym to practice it. I think teams have gotten better at defending the three, and then if you start missing a couple, you get a little gun shy. That's why it's so important for our other players to make a bunch of threes, because they're not going to let Paige just get whatever shot she wants. So, yeah, I say that to players all the time. If you're a perimeter player in today's world and you're not a 35% three-point shooter or better, maybe, your ceiling is very low in the game of basketball in today's world. You better be able to make those, and you better be able to make them. You better be able to make them when it counts. So we're not quite there yet. We have a lot of guys that want to shoot them, but we don't have a lot of guys that can make them. People say, hey, that guy, she's a three-point shooter. Yeah. But that one's a three-point maker. So I want her shooting it and I want her passing it. So we're trying to find the perfect roles for everybody.
You talked a lot on Wednesday about wanting to get your teammates to be tougher and wanting to see them respond to being uncomfortable. It seemed like there are a lot of uncomfortable situations out there tonight. How do you think they handle it?
I think pretty good for the most part. It's a brave new world, like they say, trying to make players mentally tougher, trying to make players physically tougher, mentally tougher, more resilient, more ability, to take a punch and, come back. It's harder than it's ever been. You keep trying and you keep trying to put them in situations where that's the case, but it's the most difficult I can ever remember, in my coaching career. The mental toughness part of it is probably the biggest challenge I think that most coaches are having in the country today. The mental toughness part, to being able to deal with, failure, to being able to deal with not being, able to do what you like to do and having to do something that's a little bit different. And it's a challenge. It's a real challenge. I think the coaches that can figure that one out are probably going to, it does change your thinking of recruiting too. It does change your thinking of what kind of kid you got to recruit to. Because all the talent in the world doesn't mean anything if, like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan B until they get punched in the face. Then you better have a plan A. Then you better have a plan B. Well, I think that happens a lot in college basketball. Teams aren't going, especially if you're Connecticut. People aren't just going to let you come in and name the score, especially in a conference game. But any game really. Like we don't have any easy games. Like we don't have any. And we got Notre Dame on Sunday. Then we're at Georgia Tech, and then we got UCLA, and then we got, Louisville, and then who the hell knows after that? I get nauseous just thinking about it. So there you have it.
You played Mira for 4 minutes today, I think. What did she give you? What did you see out of her?
She's one of the ones I'm talking about. Mir can offensive rebound and defensive rebound. So if we can get Mir to do more of that, otherwise we're playing 5-on-4 on offense. So need to figure out a way to get Mir to do more than just be someone who goes to go rebound. Just believe me, there's a place for that. There's a place for that. So I got to find a way to get her a little more versatile, so to speak.
Aubrey obviously wasn't able to go today. What exactly changed?
They're back. Mhm. Yeah, it's poor kid. It's been one thing after another. She can't catch a break. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether there's something, in the scholarship offer or something, but a lot of kids all over the country, man, like banged up, missing games. I don't get it. More so than I ever remember. More so than I ever remember.
You know how long she could be out?
Hey, Wednesday, I told you she was playing tonight. So whatever I tell you, probably think the opposite.
We won't have to.
I think she'll be ready Sunday. She's not playing Sunday. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Did Nika look more like Nika that we saw last
Yeah.
year tonight?
Yeah, she looked more like an assassin from Croatia. Yeah, she got her 4 fouls in quick. How many minutes did Nika play? I didn't check, but Nika's good at. Nika's 17 minutes. 4 fouls in 17 minutes, right? I guarantee you more fouls than assists, right?
What assist?
Okay, there you go. So more fouls than steals, right? She had 1, 2. So she had more fouls than assists and steals combined. That's not the winning edge. And that's her game. Her game is to get in the lane and create, play defense, get her hand on a couple passes, strip a kid like she did today. But every time you foul, you're putting yourself and our team in jeopardy. Because now you got to come to the bench, and now that's one less player that we have available. So we need Nika's minutes. We don't need Paige playing 40 minutes. So that would help a big deal. A lot.
Like Dorcas shooting 10 rebounds.
Dorca lived her life today. I rebound, I try to get a bucket inside, and I make a 3 once in a while. So today, Dorca was exactly what we need her to be. And again, that needs to be accentuated a little bit going forward. But I like where she is right now. She's big body. She can bang around in there. She plays good defense for the most part. And she kind of understands the game. So it's a big help. She was good. Oh, our post players were pretty good on the boards. And her and Aaliyah especially stand out.